Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 119 of the Red Force podcast. My name is Eric Tolato. Joining me today, Christian Tolato. Now, how dare you step on my intro? I might add. What were you going to say? What is it?
Running around town, fixing technology.
Sure.
Technology is the bane of our existence.
120 episodes it has been.
It's, fan broke in the computer.
Sure.
The computer store's not open Sunday. I have to run around today.
Mm-hmm.
I get to the computer store. 10 o'clock. Right?
Open the doors.
No. The side of the door opens at 10:30.
Oh.
They changed it on me.
So you just dicking
So I had
around.
to sit in the car for an extra half
Would
an
you
hour.
get any Mickey D's?
No, I just sat in the car.
No Mickey D's?
No.
No.
Then the doors open. 4 people just magically appear. And they're already in the store.
Okay.
How'd that happen?
Too
Right?
slow.
And new rules in society. You have to stand apart from each other. Everything's very official.
Annoying.
The shop owner spraying everything down. As soon as everyone walks in. Alright? Then I go buy the part. It's fine. I bring it home. Massive installation issues.
Pulling stuff apart.
Alright? Because it's the CPU fan. So we're gonna get in there, pull the graphics card out, pull the motherboard out, unscrew shit, and then put the new system in. An hour and a half later, it's 12 o'clock.
Alright.
It's installed. Right? And this is what I do. Right? To make sure this show runs.
For the people.
For the people. Alright?
They got a cool new LED light going on the back there.
Sure. Did the guy just hand me a thing that was way too expensive because he could?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bamboozled.
What am I supposed to say? I'm like, I need a CPU fan. It gives you the most expensive one. I'm like...
Lit up. At least it works.
At least it works. Yeah. Alright.
We got chapter. We got power. We got Thunderdome. We got Shanks. We got questions. As usual, the people know what's going on, Christian. Anything else this week? What do you want to say?
Orochi color scheme revealed in the anime.
I mean, it's been a while.
For his transformation.
Okay.
Guess it.
Green.
And
What?
for the main head, it's a different color.
What is it?
It is black and red. So you got this green and purple going on for all the other heads. And then like this black, orange, black, red
Straight up no good.
for the head. Yeah.
Sort of a black in the manga.
I know.
What's going on?
It
So wait, change that immediately.
is what it is. Alright? It is what it is there. What else? Been working hard. Alright? Running around town. Sweating. Trying to get chapters out. Trying to get work done.
Chapters for what, Christian?
For Shadow Soul. And been working on a little website.
Little thing going on there.
Little side hustle.
Sure.
As people say. As the people say. Alright.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm busier than ever.
It's been an SBS.
It's been an SBS.
Not covering it this week.
Not covering this week. Not really that much information.
They're still unreally translated properly as well.
We'll wait for that. This week's topic.
I think
of
there's
the
a
show.
few questions that maybe are in the question corner about it.
Sure, but
So we've
I don't know.
taken a look.
We'll take a look. But topic of the show this week: power scaling versus the plot.
Okay.
It comes ahead this chapter.
There's a few questions as well.
A few questions about it. I think it's just we'll get into it. But it's it's an issue.
Let's get into the chapter, Christian.
Get into the chapter. Chapter 976.
Yes.
We're getting close to that chapter 1000. It's not that far away.
23.
24 chapters.
24.
Alright, Eric can't do math. Alright, so
Some, maybe they're the year.
Probably by the end of the year.
Sure.
We'll get that chapter 1000.
When Shanks turns up.
24 chapters, can't really see the end of the war.
And wrap it up.
We're not in the war, chapter 1000.
Not
No. Not happening.
What have it in there yet?
Told you when it ended chapter 1000.
Okay.
So you could take that L. Alright. What's the title of the chapter? Begging your pardon. Alright, we start off with the color page. Very nice color page. Tontata. No, not a certain straw hat there, but
Okay.
I was sure lots of straw hats are in this one.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna take it against it.
Maybe next time we'll see it.
Maybe next time, alright? So let's get to this chapter. The Scabbers know Kinemon is lying, not being a genius. Okay.
Did Oda need to explain it?
Could we have just left the gag the way it was? It's only a page. I'm not mad about it, but like, could have just left the joke on it. Like, no one was actually serious. All right, no one was actually serious that Kinemon had a massive IQ. I think everyone understood the joke.
Okay.
All right, so they all feel like they've used their luck for this coincidence.
So to say, there's no more luck in this fight. Is that what you're saying?
I would say there's no more plot in this fight.
All right.
We'll
have to wait and see.
No more luck for the Scabbers. Kinemon saying he's gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Yep.
Is that foreshadowing?
It's a battle, you know. Who knows?
Yeah.
So
it is what it is. Is this foreshadowing and the Scab's gonna die? I imagine one of them dies. I imagine. Whatever, Kanjuro. Shinobu, whatever. Sure. I guess Shinobu just takes the place of Kanjuro, right?
Alright.
That's why we had to have Shinobu there.
You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is there. Alright. So, Kawamatsu goes to get Momonosuke. Alright, good on Kawamatsu. No one can contact Onigashima because they are all messing around the banquet, apparently. This banquet started. Apparently. Has the banquet started? Do we miss the start of the banquet?
They're drinking.
Is Crocodile there?
I don't know.
Is this another whole cake situation?
I don't think so.
Where we're predicting banquet guests?
Where big news is there? What?
Big news, banquet guests.
Do we have to have big news here? Would Big Mom have issues with big news?
Sure, but, it is what it is, baby.
Alright.
Do we...
So Christian's predicting a rogue big news.
Do we have guests for this banquet? That's my question. Crocodile.
You'd imagine all the underworld figures would be there because of Koto's dealings, perhaps.
Sure, but where were half of them when the castle fell in Whole Cake Island, They
disappeared.
They disappeared. One of them died, question mark.
Sure.
4 TNT sticks blow up the chateau.
Classic.
So, yeah. No one can contact Onigashima. Kanjuro blocks Kawamatsu's attack easily. What's that saying?
Not bad.
Is
Kanjuro not bad, mate. He was just playing shitty the entire time.
Who knows, alright? He drew a flying crane and he flies away. Alright? Kanjuro uses his ink cloud hair attack to block
some Kurodori shit.
To block Sanji, to block Usopp.
Now, is this a... We talked about this last week and we knew it was going to be ridiculous when he got away.
Didn't I say last week, Kanjuro's going to fly away via some bullshit because Momonosuke has to be the target for the war because we have to have a quest.
There has to be some exposition given on.
There has to be a side quest. It has to be. Can't just be defeating Kaido.
Oda tried. At least he didn't.
He made an attempt.
Wouldn't it be easier if he did some secret technique where he just vanishes? Would that be easier?
Yeah.
And more satisfactory than this?
I guess. Oda spent half this chapter trying to explain it. How Kanjuro gets away when you got Monkey D. You got,
See,
Robin.
Interesting move from Oda here because he's actually trying to sell you on.
He's trying to sell you that Kanjuro got away
Yeah.
legitimately. Look, you got, realistically, let's just list the characters that could have stopped this. Sanji, alright? You didn't? Come on. Sanji,
Zoro.
Usopp. I don't know about Zoro. What's Zoro got? Flying Slash? He's pretty high up.
Yeah, alright.
Zoro, okay. Nami, weather abilities. We're in a storm. Robin, I believe her delve through range is line of sight.
Okay.
Which is,
Could have done something.
Could have done something, Robin. Could have always done something. What is
giant limbs even summoning on
giant
whatever.
limbs.
Something could have been done.
Who else? I guess Law, but her Law doesn't give a fuck. Kid also doesn't give a fuck.
Luffy actually doesn't give a fuck.
Well, Momonosuke...
Luffy reads Momonosuke and he's like, fine.
Momonosuke makes his speech and he shows up and he's being a man.
And that's after he gets taken away.
Sure, but he stands up. He's like, I'm being a man. I'm going to stand up. I'm cool. This is supposed to be character development.
Do the Scabbards even care about Momonosuke? Or was it just about getting revenge on Kaido?
That's what I've been saying for a while now. Like, I don't feel like...
Because Kinemon wasn't like that.
Look, the majority of the characters actually do not give a fuck about these samurai. Law just screaming at him, get off my ship.
Get off my ship.
Kid doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Luffy doesn't really give a fuck about the samurai.
Oh, we're just beating up
He's
Kaido.
just like, let's just go take down Kaido.
Sure.
So, Kinemon doesn't really... I don't know. Do they actually care?
Thoughts on people... You see, this is the big issue, right? Luffy Gift 4 is...
Snake Man, whatever.
Snake
Covering.
Man, whatever. Even a fucking pistol could have stretched that far.
Yeah. How far can Luffy stretch?
People bring it up, future sight. This is a danger, Christian. You're making characters fly. You give them future sight abilities.
Topic of the show.
Issues, alright?
Topic of the show. Now, I believe we said last week this could never make sense of Kanjuro getting away.
And he kind of had to.
Alright, so, it is what it is. Kanjuro gets away, so Momonosuke can be the token that Kaido uses, but this time he's not going to use him as a bargaining chip.
Kind of not in the way in the battle.
Yeah, get him out of the way in the battle. Momonosuke gonna have some character moment when he talks to Kaido.
Sure.
We talked about this last week about how Momonosuke is just going to be the plot device to make sure this war has a time limit or whatever, because he's going to do something. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Momonosuke makes his grandstand that he's going to be fine. He'll find a way to get out of it. Luffy respects that, and this is supposed to be character development for Momonosuke.
Alright.
No one bringing this up.
No one bringing it up.
No one bringing it up because no one cares about Momonosuke.
Sure.
Momonosuke, Luffy kind of hates him because he's a wimp.
He's going to grow up to be a strong warrior.
He's going to grow up to be a strong warrior. Luffy kind of likes him here, saying what he said. So there you go. Alright?
Yep.
Law, screaming at the samurai.
Get out of here.
Why is Law so salty right now?
I don't know, because...
When did Law get this salty?
Because he's like, I'm so far behind Luffy, it's ridiculous.
That's spicy.
I think that's why.
So, because we saw him during Act 2, he was never really this salty. Such spicy about the samurai. He was kind of always like, he's always trying to work with them.
Edgy master,
Why is Law so edgy? Is because kids here?
Yeah, it brings it out. The edge brings it out.
Why is Law being... I don't know if this is Law's character. Like, why is Law being like this? He just had enough.
Well, he's giving the figure to Kid in Shibondi,
Since the trader revealed himself, is Law like, I told you it wasn't my crew? You fucking samurai?
Maybe.
Is that what it is? Is Shinobu going to apologize?
Is there still beef with Shinobu?
Is Shinobu going to apologize?
Who knows?
I mean, they're on the ship. What if next week is this like Shinobu apologizes to Law?
What a waste of panels.
Alright,
and pages.
Why is Law so? I don't know. I don't really know why Law.
It's probably he probably feels that like I have to be edgier than Kid situation.
Yeah, probably. It seems like something Law would do.
Yeah, two edge masters come together.
All right. So, the third warship has seemingly retreated.
We're going that way anyway.
It doesn't matter. All right. Kid doesn't want Luffy to get ahead of him.
But Kid always lagging behind.
A mystical sea wave hits this ship and just bam. Right?
Sing.
One shots this ship.
A shoulder throw, perhaps.
Sinks.
Well, it's got big cannons, long range cannons.
Explodes, holes.
Oda selling you the big issue again.
Sure.
All these cannons, they're important, they matter.
What's this? Is this a naval battle? Is this a 3-page naval battle?
There you go, you got it.
There you go. You got the naval battle. Kind of.
Oda tried to sell you a lot of things this week.
Yeah, like these cannons.
These
cannons
cannons
are gonna take
the
out.
massive perspective on them. They're dangerous.
These cannons. Usopp impressed about the range. Okay, all right. What is it? Usopp just start sniping this ship, taking out the goods on the cannon.
Cause Jimbei's here, baby.
Jimbei's here. He's destroyed this ship. He introduces himself. Kid-in-law. Then it's like, and then they're
Sweaty, salty.
What's going on? Why is Jimbei joining the Straw Hats? This is crazy.
The right-hand man's here, Christian.
That's right. Jimbei, first sight of the sea, official helmsman of the Straw Hat Pirates.
437 million berry.
380 million berry bounty.
Is it 38? 438, something like that, whatever.
480, baby. Jimbei here. Looks fine. Looks fresh.
Because you know why, Christian? Fishman can swim.
All right. Now,
and Big Mom has a devil fruit.
Obviously.
And Big Mom has a devil fruit.
Obviously, we have to get into it.
We'll talk about it. I thought you were going to do Talk of the Show for this, but...
No. Why? How?
Where? Give me the exact... How many weeks has it been since Whole Cake Island?
Since Whole Cake Island itself?
Has it been 4 weeks?
It's been 2 weeks in Wano.
Yeah.
Travel time.
2 weeks.
Another 2 weeks. Been a month.
Yeah. What's he been doing?
What the fuck has Jimbei been doing? All right, 2 weeks travel time. We'll cut that out.
Sure, we'll he can swim as fast as the sun.
We'll say he can swim as fast as a ship, which is...
Who knows? Maybe Momonosuke's under the water for next week.
Extra time. Jimbei's if he can swim faster than that, whatever.
Yeah.
I doubt he's swimming slower than that. Jimbei...
Why 2 weeks late?
Why 2 weeks late, Jimbei? What have you been doing for 2 weeks? How'd you escape Big Mom? Where's your crew? Are they under the water?
We'll find out next week.
We'll find that question out next week. I'm sure of it.
Who he bought, if he bought anyone.
What did he bring with him? Because he has to bring an ace up his sleeve for this battle. Does he have the weakness to Big Mom on hand?
Is Jimbei himself not the big weapon?
Jimbei's a big weapon. All right. Jimbei's a massive weapon.
What do you think it is, or what do you want it to be, or what do you think it is?
Look, did he go around Luffy's allies and tell them that this war's about to happen?
Does he know about the allies?
Why would he know about the allies? The Grand Fleet.
Yeah.
They were in the newspaper already. He should know. Does he go to Alabasta? Does he go to Fishman Island?
More important question. Where the fuck is Nekomamushi? He wasn't even getting attacked by anyone.
Nekomamushi is going to be that halfway through trump card when Marco and all those pirates
Marco, Neko, Izu.
So Jimbei is not that character.
Alright.
And some people are upset about that. But again, we've done this so many times with Jimbei.
How many times I told you he's going to show up in the water? I think every week.
Well, last week, what did we predict last week?
Someone's
Kanjuro?
We said someone is going to destroy the ship.
Someone... Kanjuro's going to take Momonosuke and Onigashima.
And someone destroys the last ship.
And someone's going to turn up to destroy this last ship. Correct. Alright? Now.
I've been saying Jinbei's going to turn up on the water.
If you truly want to know, open your mind!
I've been saying Jinbei's going to turn up on the water.
Yeah.
On the way to Onigashima.
For weeks.
For the entirety of water.
Okay.
And here we are.
So...
individuals like Morge, etc.
Upset.
Everyone's feeling a bit flat because his entrance wasn't that grand.
Sure.
But did Oda try to sell you that these cannons were a big deal?
Yeah, he did.
Did he think they were a big deal? He spent a lot of time with them. He drew them in massive perspective.
Again, if Jimbei turned up a one-shot Jack, that's Hive.
Sure.
Destroying a ship when... Oda makes it seem like this is like the first leg of the battle. Because in the text in this chapter, Kinemon's kind of like, we won this portion of the battle. Because it's like, oh, 3
So
warships.
this is the actual start of the war.
On the seas, first phase.
Now there's
you could say.
conjecture out there that, you know, if Kaido's not taking them seriously, then Oda doesn't know what he's doing, or fucking
Like,
Kaido's incompetent.
we already got that explanation.
Kaido beat kids and Luffy's ass. Why would he care?
Orochi tried to make this not happen.
Yeah.
He's taking them seriously. Kaido caved Luffy's head in. He caved kids'
Surely
head in.
Kanjuro tells them they're on their way, though.
Kanjuro's gonna tell them, but they'll already land by then or some shit.
What's the move? They're on the. Can we please just have them there, so we can do this?
Lined up, ready to fight.
Sure.
I don't know. I think maybe Nekomamushi snipes him out of the sky.
But what's the plot though? If it's not, they just kind of wander into the banquet and start the fight there.
They
Like, what's the difference, really?
All I want is that Strongwell scene.
Sure.
All
You know,
right?
you had to throw out the whole blueprint plot line that eventually didn't matter.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
about
that
it.
never kind of mattered anyway.
Kinemon
So...
keeps on talking about a stealth mission, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
They could be already fucking drunk and shit.
Well, there's one line in this chapter that kind of like no one's picking up because they're all drunk
Yeah.
and fucking around. So,
What do we think?
where's Jimbei been? You know, where's Jimbei been? I think
Did
that's
he
the main
check up on them after he heard news of the reverie? Did he check on the Rikugu Kingdom, Christian? What did he check on the Fishman?
thing. Did he find Zabo?
Is Shirahoshi and Vivi on the way? Talk about
There's-
the sovereigns, Christian. Maybe he's like...
Maybe he's involved in this.
Maybe he told Shirahoshi that Luffy's on Wano, might need his help with their Sea Kings.
There's a lot going on. Where was Jimbei for 2 weeks? It can't be. What happened, Jimbei? Oh, I escaped Big Mom and I've been swimming for a month.
So what's been going on in the outside world? We got Blackbeard fucking around.
We got Mihawk, we got Boa, we got...
Navy's on the move.
Sure, does
Reverie
Jimbei
happened.
deliver us the exposition to the characters about what happened with the Warlords?
Only if he's got someone coming up. Like, why would he even bring it up? Really? Only if someone is on the way. Maybe he helps Boa out. I don't know.
Does Jimbei tell Luffy about the Zabo news?
Maybe he was a dragon. He could have gone anywhere, really, in 2 weeks.
2 weeks you could go around the globe, apparently.
The plots outside Wano is like revolutionaries, navy, Blackbeard's fucking around Alabasta, maybe the whatever reverie happened, Warlord's done.
There's a lot to Jimbei could have done, but I guess we'll find out next week.
There's also just a chance that he
sometime.
turns up here because he was swimming.
He knows what Oganashima is,
There's a chance.
right? He was just here.
He just turned up.
Nah, he said he would turn up, you know? So, Jimbei, what's he done? What's he gonna do?
Now,
That's the main question.
who does Jimbei fight, Christian? Because we give Zoro and Sanji a hard time on the show for good reason, because they haven't shown anything,
Sure.
right? And the implications of what that means
Yeah.
before Fishman Island, etc. But Jimbei, we have faith in, Christian. We have trust in.
Yeah, he's shown so
we're
much.
talking Smoothie, we're talking King, we're talking Queen. Look, I still see the majority of the community now hell-bent on Zoro King. Lock it in, according to 99%.
Look at it.
King and Lighty still holding strong. Basically the only one apart from us.
Well,
And even, credit to him, he even says, Sanji can't take out Queen. He needs
he knows.
a partner in that.
We've been saying tag teams for a long time, and for power scaling reasons, it has to be. Jimbei, I don't know where he really fits in this.
At least we trust him.
Sure.
We got the Vagabond Drill, he's got the Roundhouse Kick,
Since he's here now,
Shark Skin Haki.
he's got a lot of things, alright? He's got all the moves.
Got the advantage on Cracker, got the advantage on Smoothie.
It's Kraken's not here.
You don't know.
Alright, so
What if Cracker Katakuru's here?
It's crazy.
They could have turned up.
According to Pirate Orders 4,
We didn't even
Yes.
talk about that.
what?
We did record Pirate Warriors 4
Yeah.
Wano, but sound was all fucked up, and it
And
wasn't
it was
really
kinda,
it, was,
you know-
it wasn't really that interesting.
Sure.
They don't know. They don't know what they're doing, Christian. Oda didn't give these people notes.
No.
All right.
Absolutely not. All right, so that's a chapter. Ratings. Yeah.
Get excited, people. We're going to do Straw Hat member. Jimbei's on the crew officially. Massive firepower for the Straw Hats.
Look, a lot of people hate this chapter, but for me, it's like
Why? Because of the
Kanjuro not making any sense.
Sure.
But for me, it's
And the whole
kind of
Jimbei
like
Big Mom thing. Memes like Dritz calling Big Mom incompetent, etc., etc. But they don't
we
understand.
don't know what happened. All right?
Because they don't have the foresight to envision Jimbei just swimming away.
Something had to happen. I'm not convinced. Because the cliffhanger was, how's Jimbei gonna get out of this? Something had to have gone down. A grand sacrifice or someone.
What if
whatever.
Aladdin's like, I'm out?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Right? We need something. It has to be something. Yeah. So, look, for me with the Kanjuro issue, it's kind of just like Oda tried. He made an attempt.
He tried to say on it. He gave you a good.
The arrows.
He gave you a page on what the arrows do.
He gave you so much about how this happened.
Yeah.
Right? 3 pages. Tried to explain it. Tried to write it in a way that he thought would work.
It was never gonna make sense.
Didn't really work. It was never gonna make sense. I don't know. For me, Jimbei's important. I kind of like the long range cannon thing because it's
something new, I guess.
Kind of making us think about
also like the
things. Yeah.
Beast Pirates got a lot of weapons. We forget about Zoro.
The gas weapons are coming out at some point.
The gas weapons. They got these massive long range weapons. The Wano Craftsman, Christian. How could you forget?
Can't forget. All right, can't forget. So I don't know. I'll give this chapter a 7 out of 10.
Christian, I like progression. All right.
Okay.
You're an RPGs being level up and you get new stats and shit.
Sure.
I'm entertained. Jimbei, huge weapon.
Sure.
Straw Hat's leveled up again.
New party member.
Big.
I think that's the best analogy. All right.
And maybe higher level than everyone else except your main character.
Is Jimbei the Fire Emblem character that you get at the start that's like broken?
Yeah.
And he disappears halfway through the story.
And it comes back at almost max level.
Yeah. Is that Jimbei?
I feel good.
Okay.
Here's a 7.5. All right. I question. We're still in the same position, really.
But people are turning up. Things are happening.
It's just gonna be 6 weeks of people just turning up on.
Well, there's no more ships. No more ships. No more people turn up, unless Nekoromushi.
What if there's a submarine, Christian, that comes in?
We already got a submarine. We're gonna Law submarine, all right? What if, unless like Nekoromushi flies out of nowhere, like.
All right. So what the fuck happens next week? Do we cut to like Kanjuro flying into the banquet?
I think we cut away. I think we cut away. Do we get Jimbei's explanation here?
I thought Act 3 was gonna end. By the way.
Nah, absolutely not. There's no. I told you, there's no place for Act 3 to end.
Hello?
No shit.
No
shit.
Figure it out.
So, Jimbei, we have to get his story at some point. Is it now? Is it at the end of the arc? I could see it going either way. We need that stuff. Kanjuro, maybe we cut over to the banquet and finally see it because we haven't seen it.
There's not that many places to go. They'll explain what Jimbei has been up to, or we or we could do both.
Or we land, or
we could land on the shores.
Sure.
I don't know how far away. What's the distance?
It's not that far.
Let's just land.
Yeah.
Let's get on the way.
Sure. All right. That's a chapter. All right. Moving on. Yeah. How's for your Shanks? How strong is Shanks? Every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks? And every week we answer Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the Gold King. But There are people out there who think Kaido's the strongest. They think Dragon's the strongest. They think sweatiest man on the planet, Alkaid is the strongest.
So sweaty.
They think Mihawk's the strongest. And they think Ibu's the strongest. The worst of them all. And every week, we bring 100%
100%.
genuine, factual information to the table to prove these people wrong. This week's evidence is Shanks is so strong that he would make Kanjuro give Momonosuke back with a simple glare, as he did to Sea King. Chapter 1.
Don't forget.
This, of course, assuming that Shanks would even allow Momonosuke to be captured in the first place. As we all know, Shanks is the God King and will never allow that to happen.
Obviously.
Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. Now,
Topic of the show.
topic of the show,
We already seen people in the chat heating up about it.
heating up, power scaling, plot, where we are in the story, why this would never make sense. It is what it is. Power scaling and plot. This always gets
Gets people in trouble.
It always gets people in trouble. It always gets hard when we're heading to the end of the series because the characters have so much power and impact on the world. Like, you look at Goku. Started off in Dragon Ball, just a kid,
Super strength.
super
That's about it.
strength, but he's not teleported,
power
he's
pole.
not fucking light speed. He can't fly really without the Nimbus.
Yeah.
He's just, fucking around. Hence why we could have story arcs like the Red Ribbon Army. We're going to go here, we're going to go there, we're going to meet this guy, we're going to meet this guy. There's a plot going on. Alright? And as the power scaling goes up, we get more ridiculous villains and more fucking plot inconsistencies because the power is so out of control that you can't really rein it back in. Let's just relate this to One Piece, right? When characters become stupidly strong, it almost makes it impossible
To write
for
any
a
plot.
to be going on.
Yeah.
For bad guys to have sort of any interaction with the main crew, because that would have to be emperors. We're talking admirals. We can't have Foxy and his bunch of retards going up against the Straw Hats right now. Makes no sense.
Sure.
You really can't have, like, plots like Enies Lobby where we're gonna go rescue someone, because we've got people who can fly, people who can fucking just destroy massive areas of land, destroy massive armies.
Basically
conquer Saki,
teleport.
Basically teleport. Like, when you get to the point of this story, things like characters being gimped, characters getting knocked out, just brings up a whole bunch of questions. Let's look at this arc alone.
Look what Oda had to do to Big Mom to move her around.
Sure. Hunger pains, plot upon plot upon plot. Because this character is so strong and
Dangerous.
so impactful.
So very dangerous.
We have to stop her some way without... You have to make an attempt to stop
I think this week wasn't too
It's
poor.
not that egregious this week.
New abilities, no one's seen them. People bring it up.
Is Kanjuro that strong? Is Kanjuro commander level? He's kind of an unknown quantity right now. It's not as heinous as the 80 Cool Brothers. It's Thrillbark. Is it?
Punk has it.
In Punk has it. Yeah, what did I say? Thrillbark. In Punk has it. Alright? Is it as heinous as that? No. Why the fuck is Zoro knocked out?
It's also kind of like Oda gets Luffy out of the plot every arc.
People saying Zoro's commander level gets knocked out by the Enel brothers. People saying Zoro's commander level gets knocked out by Killer.
And this is specifically
Why?
this is why we
he has
talk
to be out of
about
the plot.
this is why we talk about power progression specifically with Zoro and Sanji.
Yeah.
Because if they're able to beat first commanders in Wano, there's no real threat
There's
for
no
them
threats for them ever. Unless it's
after
emperors.
or
and
admirals. After that, it's like, are you? And it's also like you can't keep on increasing the power ceiling when you already established it. Otherwise, you get cartoon launch just retarded shit.
Yeah. So look, at this point, you could be in like Pug Hazard. Why did Luffy just use Gear 4 and completely destroy Pug Hazard?
Yeah.
Power consistency. The power scale inconsistencies always happen at the end of the story. Because the fucking characters get so broken.
I'm sure you could
that
go.
nothing can happen to them.
You go to Bleach, you go to Naruto, you go to Toriko, you go to Dragon Ball. You go to Black Clover, whatever.
Yeah.
You go to My Hero, whatever.
Yeah.
There's always going to be
Power scale inconsistencies.
now. Oda he kind of wrote himself into a corner with this one.
Sure.
He had all the and everyone here.
Let's just go through. We already ran through the list of who could have stopped him.
We already know.
We already know. Yeah.
Anyone could have stopped it.
Yeah.
Now, could Kanjuro get out of the way before the Straw Hats turn up? Make their despair even greater, then the Straw Hats turn up
Then
after
gets
he's
away.
been taken
Sure.
away.
That would have made more sense.
But does Oda want to have that moment between Luffy and Momonosuke?
Yes, he does. But then we get power scale issues because Luffy can fly and is so fast.
Yeah.
Katakuri struggles to perceive his movements with Future Sight. With Snake Man.
Yeah.
Like, what are we even talking? Like, Luffy has Future Sight now. And people always bring up Luffy's never using it. He doesn't actually have it because all these plot things keep on happening.
Huge issues. You gotta control it.
Like Sanji.
It's like why didn't
flying.
Katakuri use Future Sight to see Jimbei wash the stickiness away when he did the black teeth for a shoulder?
A lot of logical questions when you get shit like this. Right?
Sure.
Like, this is why you need the plot devil fruit. We see it in the time skip. We got Sugar and Dressrosa.
Plot City.
The plot devil fruit. An actual threat because the devil fruit is so broken that it's an actual threat to Luffy and Law.
Yes.
And knocks out all these characters.
You lose memory,
You
you
lose
can't do
memories,
anything.
can't do anything. Right? The plot devil fruit. Teleportation. Why can't... And dimension shit. Why can't this character be here? Luffy... Katakuri happening in a different dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So then we can teleport at the end. Alright? We need the plot devil fruit.
No real plot devil fruits in water though, Christian.
Except for Tama, which I guess we'll get to.
She's not even around.
Oh no, she's not around. Maybe she's stowed away.
Where
in
the fuck
fucking...
is she?
Maybe she's stowed away in the
Takayama?
sunny. Yeah. Maybe she's stowed away in the sunny.
She could be in the study, I guess.
Alright.
Or maybe
way
they
that-
got like a supply of Dongo or
This
whatever.
is why a lot of shonen authors do tournament arcs. Because it becomes so out of control.
That they have to control it with plot.
We can't control the characters with plot anymore. We have to go just fights, tournament mode.
Yeah.
Or you bring in the endgame villains that do everything. Look at Katakuri and Whole Cake Gold really controlled Luffy and his movements throughout that arc.
Yes.
He's that right kind of power level where he's a challenge for Luffy, but wouldn't just one shot.
And that's why Luffy has to be Power King level right at the end. He can't be like or Emperor level right at the end because he can't be Emperor level after Wano.
Like, imagine Luffy Emperor level strolls up to Marineford, and then
Yeah, like Zoro Sanji, they're already
and then for some reason he's walking around, not going Gear 4, just flying up and smacking someone in the face. Like,
And if Luffy's Emperor level in the next arc,
yeah,
goon status nonsense is not going to affect him.
yeah.
Like, how is Oda going to contain Luffy in some kind of prison state in the next arc?
Luffy getting stuck in a snake post time skip
Works in Sky.
can't do it.
Yeah. Literally no one else can do it to him after he's Emperor level.
Yeah. the stronger the character gets, the less plot things can happen to him.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. So we're in this zone where
It's even the whole Kaido thing. No one can kill him, right? Even though we know admirals, Haki, Devil Fruits,
there's a lot of
different
things
emperors.
a lot of things going on there. Yeah. So it's the balancing of plot and power scaling, but sometimes one wins over the other.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. Like if you break everything down to like the granular level, Luffy.
Oda thinks it's worth sacrificing a little bit of believability to give you some kind of character moment with Momo
like
and
is
Luffy.
the juice going to be worth the squeeze, as it were?
Yeah.
Is doing this here going to be worth it when Momonosuke and Luffy get their moment, or Momonosuke and Kaido? That's what you have to kind of balance it out with. Some people say, the juice is never worth the squeeze because you brew the power scaling, all kinds of shit. Just look at the uproar Zoro and Killer got. Was he knocked out by hunger? Was he knocked out by blood loss? Was he knocked out by this? Was he knocked out by that? Alright, so this is what happens when powers get out of control. And we're coming to the end of the story. So, like, why even bother with, like... This is why Wano just should have been a war. Because the characters are so out of control that things like Zoro getting lost pisses people off.
Even like someone like Momonosuke being like captured.
Yeah.
Luffy could probably easily get him back.
Yeah, at any point.
Like in the war.
Yeah. Unless Kaido's personally guarding
Luffy
him.
now in Marineford, way easier to get Ace back.
Sure, Gear 4 flying there. Sure, you got Admirals, but he still got past them.
Yeah.
They're busy doing other shit. Like, you can't. Yeah, like once the power scale gets out of control, like the plot is really gonna start.
And that's why we like here on the show, Christian, to keep the ceiling where it's at.
You gotta keep the ceiling where it's at.
If you keep on saying like Luffy's gonna be 19 times stronger than Roger, then we got an issue.
We're gonna try and keep it where it's at. Otherwise, like, we're gonna constantly run into more issues.
Otis does a pretty good job of keeping the ceiling where it's at since.
Like,
Emperors, really.
Oda thinks he has an out with Zoro, being like he got lost. He has that plot out to get out of the story. Like we had to get Kaido out of the story from like 60% of this arc.
Yeah, and Sanji went back to save Nami and Robin, so that's a thing as well.
Yeah. So, we told you last week this would never make sense.
Sure.
And we're here, so it's kind of an unwinnable situation. Because we're not gonna have that. If this didn't happen, we're not gonna have the plot. If Luffy just goes up and smacks fucking Kanjuro out of the sky, Kanjuro versus someone doesn't happen, Momonosuke being captured and that.
You're not getting real
that real emotional payoff is never gonna happen.
Yeah.
So like, it is what it is. There.
A difficult balance, Christian, for sure.
Yeah, you can't do things you did pre-time skip, like Luffy getting stuck in a chimney.
Yeah, that would.
And Zoro getting stuck in a chimney in Water 7.
Yeah.
Luffy getting stuck in a snake in fucking Sky Pier. Right? Fucking, I don't know, Usopp being beaten up by thugs. Can't do that anymore.
Luffy stuck under a thing in Little Garden.
You're stuck under a bone.
Luffy gets stuck a lot.
Skull. You
in
can't do that
pre-time
shit.
skip.
You can't do that shit anymore because Luffy's too strong, and other characters are too strong.
Yeah.
You just can't do it anymore unless Sea Stone.
And it's really the same thing. It's just like working the plot in your favor to get things done.
The reason why that shit was believable in the pre-time skip because Luffy wasn't this strong.
Mm-hmm.
Now Luffy is this strong, and Oda really can't do this anymore because it would be just piss people off because they don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
lucky we're going to a battle with strong men.
Yeah.
And the plots are basically over. There's not that much.
So people want to say Oda has changed his writing. He hasn't changed his writing style, and that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is Oda hasn't changed his writing style, but the characters have progressed to a certain point that it would require that change in writing style to make it match better. So there's a mismatch going on here, which is like plot versus power scaling. You know, it is what it is there. Is what it is.
That's all we're gonna say.
Expect a lot of this to happen in the war. A lot of it happened in Marineford. Let's not forget.
Akainu disappears. Whitebeard disappears.
Let's not forget. Let's keep our heads clear and straight. A lot of this shit happened in Marineford. Squad stabbing Whitebeard.
Plot.
Plot.
Whitebeard heart attack.
Whitebeard heart attack. Plot. What else?
Mr. 3.
Luffy getting past the 3 admirals. Plot.
Mr. 3.
Mr. 3 just being there. Plot.
Sengoku just kind of standing there for a while Luffy fumbles around.
Sure. Whatever you want to say there. So let's not forget how many times Oda does this. But the main difference is
the power of the characters.
The power of the characters. So that, this is what it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to hear during this war.
Where was Future Sight?
Where was Future Sight? Where was Kaido in this moment? Where was Big Mom in this moment?
Well, they're incompetent. Why did they do the death blow?
Why couldn't Law teleport in here and stop this? All these questions.
What's Kid doing with the magnetic things?
There's got to be so many times every chapter during this war when a character could have done something but didn't.
There's a lot of high-level dudes with a lot of dumb Del fruits.
Yeah, so it's going to be rampant in this war of, shit just happening. And you just going to have to accept it because there's just too many strong people here. Well, sure, we'll have this skirmishes war, and Kaido's just sitting on his throne laughing about it. Not getting involved in the war. There's going to be a reason why Kaido's not getting himself involved in the war.
And, how do the characters separate through own individual battles? Why are the goons getting involved?
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't know, fucking Sanji and Queen somehow get knocked into a different area of the island where they're alone and they can fight.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of things going on in this war. You're just going to have to... It's just going to have to be what it is. Otherwise, we're just going to be fucking
screwed. And if Onigashima is small, you'd imagine that other battles would affect other battles. Such as,
yeah, we're at that point of the scale.
Luffy and Kaido clashing would affect...
Would just, send shockwaves.
Yeah, it would send shockwaves over to a different battle.
Yeah.
Depends how big Onigashima is, I guess.
Well, island level fucking
sure
clashes and shit. It's going to be why does Luffy just spam Conqueror's Haki and knock out all the goons?
It's a good question.
We're going to get that question.
Hopefully we get that and they're they should get knocked out.
Why doesn't Kid do it? Conqueror's Haki. Why doesn't Kaido himself Conqueror's Haki, this samurai group? Why does a Big Mom use her Conqueror's Haki?
What if all 4 of them use the Conqueror's Haki and it makes it dimension explosion?
That's what I'm saying with these fucking plot and this fucking power scaling. Why does a Big Mom use her Conquerors to knock out half these goons? The same with Kaido.
If Kaido knew that the scabbers were coming, why did he just blast him himself with his dragon breath?
Why doesn't Kaido just go to dragon form and dragon breath the entire
We could do this all day for any story, by the way.
Yeah. Look at Dragon Ball. Why doesn't X destroy planet and win?
Yeah.
Every time. Why doesn't
Broly just destroy the planet? Does it?
Doesn't do it. Right?
Do one for Berserk.
How does Guts always survive getting smashed through 5 trees? There's no explanation.
There you go.
How does Guts survive getting smacked around by demons that can fucking, destroy fucking boulders with their bare hands?
Doesn't have a special body.
No. Just happens.
Yeah.
You can boil this down in any story.
And then the annoying part is they think they've got 200 IQs. Because they're 2,000 IQs.
If you get granular enough, you can do this.
Nothing actually makes sense.
Yeah.
But then, sometimes life is stranger than fiction, Christian.
That's right. Does this planet make sense right now?
No.
All right? But we're here. This is what it is.
Okay.
I guess we're moving on. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of a rant, I don't know. We're moving on.
We didn't really talk about anything.
Thunderdome.
But there you go.
Well, we talk.
There's a few questions in the question corner about it anyway. Who we got this week?
Thunderdome. We have Jordan Lee.
Yes, again. How do people submit their things to the Thunderdome? Christian.
you can go to Patreon.
$5 and up.
Give us $5.
Run
And
the
you can
bracket.
Run the bracket.
Run the bracket.
Run the bracket. This week, Jordan Lee wrote us a very, very good explanation. The battle is Pika versus Enel.
I kind of already don't like it.
Eric doesn't like this one.
Not really.
Why? What do you think there's nothing to talk about?
It's just like
How many times a week do we have to talk about
Pika is
Enel?
irrelevant in this fight because like he can't do anything because he's a Logia, so he can't code his fists in Haki when he's in giant Pika form.
I mean, we'll get on to that. All right, let's go through Jordan Lee's thing.
Give it to
All
us.
right. Advantages of lightning users. Enel can't die to the walls. The fucking fists. Way faster than Pika. Pika wouldn't be able to touch him with his
Stone shit.
I don't like... No, Jordan Lee, you're going out of control. Because he hits us with unsuperior observation Haki with Pika.
Does Pika even use observation Haki ever?
Surely does. He's got armament.
Okay.
But how many times do we have to bring up Enel and how shit his combat Haki is?
A lot. Stronger can hit Luffy with his spear.
Luffy could hit Enel without gears. And that's not a rubber versus lightning thing. That's just a straight up observation
And then he
and
has to
speed
like close
thing.
his eyes and go into mantra.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. And now, better destructive power, which is Pika's weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll get to a science thing later, but
We'll
I'm
talk
not
about
sure.
grounding with
Grounding
electricity.
with stone and shit.
Sure.
I don't know. Is it really worth talking about? Because we're gonna go. This is bullshit. All right. Better long range and can fly, especially in his Buddha form. Okay, he can fly.
Well, let's just stop this here, Christian. There's no way Pika wins this fight. You want to know why?
Why?
Because how the fuck? What the fuck's Pika gonna do?
Can we'll just go through the man's what the
Alright.
man's written. Lighting produces enough heat to melt stone. With Enel's top voltage, stone melts at 1,500 degrees Celsius plus. Okay.
Yeah.
But
It has to be conducted, Jordan Lee.
it has to be conducted, which is... We'll get to it. All right, because Pika's always grounded. So we'll talk about it, all right? All right, he's got Althors for range and distance. The diameter of Pika, especially All right.
We get it.
For Pika, better armament Haki can potentially one-shot Enel with a giant stone Haki punch if it hits and if it's possible.
Not possible.
We don't know that. It's probably not possible, alright? Can hide underground or in the stone. Way better physical defenses than Enel. Way better physical attack than Enel.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, Enel wins mid-diff. He thinks. Enel wears Pika down with a few Althors or fucking dragons or whatever. Pika can't touch him due to his speed gap, observation Haki gap. Or Pika one-shots Enel with the low chance he can catch him and hit him with a giant Haki attack. For me, Enel takes this mid-div. Now, the science question. Pika always connected to the ground in fucking stone form. Therefore, dispersing the voltage across the entire arena. Nullifying the lightning, as it were.
Yes.
Sure, it'll create an explosion on impact, whatever. Pika in the stone, he's technically grounded the
Would
entire
Enel
time.
be able to hear Pika through the stone?
Sure. Yes, I guess.
My issue is that like Pika's got no way of doing any damage to
Yeah.
Enel because Enel could just fly. So like it'd just be like Enel would eventually just electrocute him to death because like Pika's got dick.
The stone, but the stone.
He's so big and he can't really move.
But stone. Does stone work the way rubber does?
So what? You can hit Enel.
Yeah.
So like what? Crocodile
Because
can punch Enel.
technically, he would be grounded. Like Luffy is grounded when uses lightning on him.
But like, would Pika even hit him?
I mean, it's science fucking questions, alright? And now being cocky, thinking his fucking Logia formings are gonna get damaged and he pierces it with a stone pillar.
I just don't see the speed is probably the biggest issue.
Yeah, the speed's probably the
and
biggest
the range.
issue. Yeah, he's got lots of range in fucking massive form.
Well, you know,
those pretty small. Does Pika just fill the environment? Pika controls it. Is there enough stone in this environment?
I don't know. What's the floor like?
Dirt. There is a mountain range. There is a little mountain range. Is there enough stone? I don't think there's enough stone for Pika to fill the entire environment with stone.
Yeah.
Therefore, suffocating.
Give it to Enel. Bad matchup for Pika. Awful matchup.
Sure. But the science question. Write your science evaluations in the comment section below.
Sure.
Pull out the Wikipedia articles. Alright.
Cushion is not a scientist.
According to King of Lightning, he's bringing out all the science.
Okay.
With it now.
Talking about plasma.
Talking about heat. Hotter than Alcaino.
Ridiculous.
Bringing out all the stats and facts and
course.
science. So there you go. Moving on, we're going over to the question corner. I think Enel wins this fight, mid-diff, as John suggests. Alright, so Enel wins his bracket.
There it is. Here we are.
Here we are in the question corner. From Michael.
Yes.
How do people like Sanji? Loaded question to start off with.
Black suit combinations.
Loaded question. He literally uses Genpo at Moonwalk. Skywalk, yeah. Uses Skywalk at Kanjuro to save Momonosuke, which would have been awesome. But instead, he has to throw himself at some arrows because they could have hurt Nami. Trash ass simp.
Classic Sanji.
Sanji comes the L this week. What do you want us to say?
Now, he's fast enough to teleport to Chiffon, pick her up,
kick oven,
and teleport away without
no one noticing.
Sure, so
again, we it is what it is.
There's issues,
right? From Nelson. Why do people bring up Kid whenever it comes to saving Momonosuke from Kanjuro? Kid don't care for the samurai. Yeah, Lord Kid.
It's just another option that people bring up.
It's an option, but Lord Kid character reasons not gonna fucking care.
Yeah,
that's fine. Kid and Law.
Maybe Law would.
Law's fucking salty as fuck for no reason.
Law knows it's important to Wano.
Not
Kid
really. If Momonosuke dies, he does nothing for the war.
But Kid doesn't know it all. So
I'm not gonna put Law or Kid to blame for
How many? Do you reckon all of Kid's lines are gonna be like, "I don't care about the Straw Hats. I don't care about the samurai"?
Yeah, probably.
Is that all he's gonna say?
Yeah, maybe. But Slice wins. So how exactly is Momo supposed to survive? Should Momo safely be highest priority considering he's the figurehead to Wano as opposed to the next leader? Kaido, we've gotten a few lines from Kaido being like, I want to talk to Kazuki clan, I want to talk to Momonosuke, I want to talk to these people.
Leave him alive.
Leave him alive.
Kinemon wouldn't know that, so I don't know why he's not losing it. But did Kanjuro say out loud, I'm gonna take Momonosuke to Kaido?
No, but he's going that way. He said he's gonna kill Hirori as well. Okay. But he's definitely going to Onigashima.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Oroshi's gonna be like, we have to boil him in a public display. Again, plot reasons are gonna keep him alive. And people are gonna say Kaido's dumb, Orochi's dumb. If Momonosuke dies, it doesn't really have an impact on the story. Because the story is not really Momonosuke is going to take over Wano. It's kind of like it's a means to an end because we're here and we want to take down Kaido and you happen to have the same goal. So we're kind of collaborating on this, but we don't really care about putting Momonosuke on the throne at all. You know, doesn't really matter. to a lot of characters that Momonosuke gets captured.
Sure.
From Walter. What do you think is Momonosuke going to do now? Just survive? Bam out Kaido and Orochi? I think they're going to send him to Udon, knowing they will lose it. Keep up. Stay safe. They're gonna...
Udon, they don't know about Udon.
Sure, they don't know about Udon, but they're not sending it to Udon in this fucking...
Maybe they do because of Kanjuro. I don't know.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on there? I don't know. I don't necessarily know about that one.
Momo will be the bait. Momonosuke
will be the bait in the
He'll
war.
be the ace of the Momo fort.
Yeah. I'm going to say Momonosuke, we're going to do something. For one-on-one Crazy Man, did you see Sanji using his red suit until the end of the series, or do you believe he will eventually toss it aside in favor for his own power? The suit is cool, but I feel like it's a pseudo match. It's a pseudo mech and king of taking away from Sanji's personal strength and his abilities. I don't think he's keeping it forever. I don't really...
He'll get a short-haired version, and yes, that'll be his thing. Oda loves the Sentai shit. You can't not...
Sure, but...
You can't not forget. I mean, there's not that much longer to go. How many fights you got left? 3?
But then it's kind of just like, why isn't he always used in this red suit? There's no drawback. It's not Gear 4.
Sure.
It's always be in it. I don't think he... I think he's going to outgrow it. I don't really see Sanji ending...
He'll use it for invisibility purposes.
Sure, I don't really see Sanji... I don't really see Sanji at the end of the series.
Maybe you should get Haki before...
Spicy take.
Big meme.
Alright. I
Do
don't
you reckon
know.
that guy's going to come at us this week on Twitter for saying that?
Yeah, probably. From Hippo, how do you see Jimbei fighting in this war? How long do you think we have to wait for the next Straw Hat recruit?
That's it.
I really do think Momonosuke should own the crew at this point.
Yeah.
Look what Luffy said this week. He's kind of warming up to him.
And when the time fruit unravels and he's 28 and buff.
No. We're going to have this kid on this crew. Momonosuke join the crew.
Sure, why not? I don't care, really.
I mean, Oda did say that once the next member joins, they'll join in succession.
Yeah.
So Momonosuke...
And you want to go on the seas with, like, his father or whatever.
Yeah.
And Hiyori's the
I think Momonosuke joined the crew next. What's Jimbei gonna do? Something.
Some Fishman karate shit.
Surely. Alright. Now, from 8 Groundon. Are you afraid that the fate of One Piece characters will be comparable to Fairy Tail in terms of plot armor? Well, when it gets to the point where we throw away Haki, but this is what basically is going to have to happen. We throw away the rules of Haki.
Well, let's define what that means. What Fairy Tail level means is there was a specific item that breaks the story system.
Yeah.
Of magic in that case.
Magic, it came out of nowhere and wasn't really hinted at.
Yeah.
So it would be like if, I don't know, fucking someone breaks Haki and can do stupid shit.
How could you can't really, there's nothing to break really, unless...
It would be like, I don't know, it would be like something really fucking strong that came out of nowhere. It doesn't make any sense.
It'd be like Luffy going into a dimension where he's gifted Jesus-like powers for no reason. When he turns out to be Joy Boy.
Yeah, it'd be some shit like that, where it's like, not really explained, kind of breaks the lore, breaks the story. Like, Fairy Tail level is a friendship speech, and then you one-shot the villain that was kicking your ass, and it's way stronger than you.
Yeah.
And that would never happen. We have to keep in mind what Fairy Tail level means.
I think we should get King of Lightning to do a video on this.
Okay.
Because people be throwing around Fairy Tail a little bit too much.
Alright. From Charlie K. Curry. Is there more to Jimbei's return plotline, or is it just made it back unscathed and that's the end of the story? There's more to this. He's been gone for 2 weeks.
Chris is convinced.
There has to be, dude. The plot, the cliffhanger with Jimbei was how is he going to survive?
Yeah.
Because Big Mom says...
I'm not sold that much on it. We'll see what happens.
Because the last line from Big Mom in that sequence is life or death.
Yeah.
So
But do you think the big prize is Jimbei itself? I don't know if Oda's bringing another big prize with Jimbei, you know?
I think Jimbei had to have set something up, and that will turn up over everything
I can
else.
see, like, law reasons why he, like, I had to drop off the Fisherman Pirates or whatever. I can see that happening. I don't know if he's going to bring a grand prize with him.
I think he has to bring something with him because there's something there.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. There's something there. From Fazal, how would you justify the alliance knowing allowing Kanjuro to escape with Momo, no less, and the fact that their stealth mission is now foiled again with Kanjuro escaping? Marco shows up to save Momonosuke because he's a bird also. I think Momonosuke is getting taken away because we had that speech with Luffy.
It can't be justified, really, because we know what Luffy's got and fucking...
Other characters, we've already talked
about that, yeah. So, we're not here to
But
justify.
I don't think if next week someone comes in and saves Momonosuke, what was the point of that speech with Luffy and Momonosuke?
Because he didn't really save himself anyway.
Yeah, Momonosuke's like, I'll handle this, I'll get this done. And Luffy's like, alright, you're being a man, I appreciate it, we're gonna go rescue you because we're friends. And then Michael comes in and saves him instantly?
It's a bit redundant.
It's a bit redundant and not gonna happen.
Yeah, you wasted pages at that point.
So it is what it is there, guys. You're just gonna have to cop this one. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying, is the juice gonna be worth the squeeze? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Alright.
You gotta make that juice. Alright.
You gotta break a few eggs to make an omelette, as they
from
say.
King Luffy. What do you think about the theory that Kumadori from CP9 is from Wano? He has crazy hair color, and a lot of people from Wano have. Also, he kind of looks like a Kabuki guy.
Correct.
Wasn't that confirmed?
I don't know. He's basically whatever.
I mean, whatever. He looks like he's from Wano. He does the Wano shit. Is he from Wano? Did he indeed tell the world government the legends of Wano?
Could be just a fan, though.
Could be just a weeb.
Yeah.
Right? It's possible.
Sure.
From Moneybags Joe. What would the real life careers of each of the Straw Hats be, in your opinion? Luffy's fucking homeless. Zoro is just a fucking assassin.
Sanji's a chef.
Sanji's a chef, and the rest can take their other occupations.
Sure, engineer, doctor, archaeologist, what is it? Fucking weatherman.
Navigator on a ship.
Sure. Luffy can be the captain of a ship, I don't know.
Luffy's just horrible, yeah. It's basically just Luffy and Zoro doing nothing.
Luffy could be a MMA fighter.
Okay.
And Zoro can be a bum.
Yeah, basically the issue is Luffy and Zoro, alright? Mm-hmm. What a weird... Okay. From Psych 254. How strong is Kanjuro? Did some impressive shit this week.
Could be Ashura Doji level.
Could be Commander level.
Could be.
Because he stopped Sanji.
We'll have to wait and see.
Alright.
Is that Kinemon's fight? Like, what's going on with Kanjuro?
Someone has to fight him. Is it Kinemon? Maybe it's Kinemon.
Is it a Straw Hat? It's probably a Straw Hat. What? These samurai, man, like, fucking... Is Oda really going to give us, like, chapters on these dudes, like, having a real fight? And not give it to one of the Straw Hats?
Maybe, dude. I don't know.
What if Kinemon and Kanjuro are going to fight, but Robin doesn't? What are your thoughts on that?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Brutality.
I don't want to hear that again.
By the way, how is this going to be a stealth mission when there's clearly lookout towers in Onigashima?
It was never a stealth mission. Why do we need 5,000 goons if it's a stealth mission?
Alright, next question.
Fucking bullshit, man. From Jen. What will the Straw Hats end of series bounties be? Well, Luffy's the highest bounty of all time.
Luffy 6 bill. Zoro like 1.8.
1.8, yeah, whatever.
Sanji 1.5. Jimbei 1.3.
Whatever, we're just saying numbers at this point.
And then like the rest are like under a bill.
Yeah, it's gonna be under a bill. I mean, Paris Bro 700. He's been there for fucking.
Sure, you can get Frankie 700.
You're gonna give it's around 700 for the other ones, all right?
Yeah. Chopper will be like 100.
There's some number shit with it, with the bounties.
Sure.
The Gomu number
56,
system, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
5 points and whatever. 5 points, 56. Is it just 56 like 6 times?
I think Zoro's always doubles or some shit.
Some Buddhist thing or whatever.
Yeah, Zoro's always does something.
Sure.
You know. There's rules. There's like some.
But he should be
meta
higher than
rules.
like 650 this arc, after this arc, right?
I don't know about that. It's a massive. He'll be
He's
like
not the captain. He did, but
Yeah.
Luffy takes out
Perospero. Perospero is 700. He's been there forever.
What did Luffy get the bounty for the most? It wasn't taking out Katakuri Cracker. It was doing the whole thing with Big Mom.
Yeah, it was the whole event.
How much do you reckon? What was the bounty race for Katakuri in Brand New's mind? Was that 100 million? Was that 300 million?
I don't know how the fuck this. Brand new calculates these bounties.
Well, we'll see with Zoro. We'll
Sure.
see how he calculates. If Zoro takes out King Solo, Brand New might be like, oh, that bounty's that fee worth 300 million.
Brand new
We don't know.
master of bounties, master of hype. When you see brand new, you know he's
You get
bringing out those
excited.
bounties.
Sure.
And you get excited, right? Are we ever gonna get the lore about who was the original brand new, the original bounty man?
Brand New's timeless.
Who gave Roger the bounty? It wasn't brand new, all right? Was it?
You know, Brand New might be 60. You know.
Next question from Drix. Rant. This chapter is one of the worst examples of because plot. We have
It's not the
got in a
worst.
long time. There was 10 ways Momonosuke could have been saved right there. Nami, you know, we've gone through it all.
Yeah. He's bad.
Yeah, basically, how does this even make sense?
It doesn't.
It never would have made sense. And we're kind of in this, like, fucking zone that we've already explained, where it's like,
Uh-huh.
what do we want?
Sure.
You know? If Kaido doesn't show, if Law was a traitor, he could just teleport. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
You know?
Kanjuro doesn't have a teleporting ability,
Even then, people gonna bring up Luffy's got future sight.
Yeah. Problems.
So there's even problems there if Law was the traitor and Law doesn't. You know?
Brule was handy, though.
Brule was definitely handy, right? From Shadow Badger. Why do you hate badgers? We don't hate... Well,
That's an interesting
that's
question.
usually the question. I don't know. Unnecessary.
What's that the question?
From Bindle. So is chapter 1000 going to be the rival Neko with YB Pirates, Grave Fleet, or
Could be the rival of Shanks, baby.
24 chapters? Eric saying
That could be a downswing.
what the fuck am I looking for?
Reunion.
The reunion between Shanks and Luffy, chapter 1000.
1001.
1001.
Maybe.
It's just 1,000 chapters later.
Sure.
Alright, so chapter 1000 coming up.
Don't get too excited, alright? Because we're in the middle of a battle.
Because chapter 900, Blackbeard's showing up. Marines are showing up. And
Sure.
Whole kick on, alright? So,
Akiji.
yeah,
Gotta freeze that tsunami.
sure. So,
Remember when you thought that the Navy was gonna attack Whole Cake Island?
again, why is Alkaid such a little bitch? So,
Sweaty.
I'm sorry.
Alright, next question.
Alright. From Captain Said, why is everyone so picked to put characters? Why is everyone so quick to put characters on commander tier? I think everyone is forgetting how strong commanders are. Cracker, Doflamingo. Could Reisu Saji or Enmazoro beat Doflamingo or Cracker? Hell no. So why are we allowing this all of a sudden with the sudden commander tier?
Well, we're not.
We're staying consistent. We're still saying it's not feasible that Saji and Zoro defeat a first and second commander respectively.
Solo.
You add other characters in, it starts to make more sense. So, I guess we just get to the point where people just want to see one-on-ones, and there's characters, and people want to see these characters fight.
There needs to be room to grow until the end, alright?
Yeah.
And we've said it 1,000 times.
From Jordan Lee. When One Piece ends, what will have a bigger legacy and more remembrance or celebration overall in 50 years? Dragon Ball, all of its parts, or One Piece? In the eyes of the Japan audience, there's none other than One Piece.
The West.
The West, we'll see. Still up in the air.
Yeah.
Alright? Still up in the air. So there you go. From my lock, why doesn't Law send Momonosuke with his elephant? Law doesn't give a fuck.
Law, yeah, doesn't
Law
give a
being so edgy recently, it's out of control.
Yep.
What's going on, Law?
It's gonna compete with Kid.
Alright. From Red Robin Podcast, is Jimbei overrated? No.
Absolutely not.
People underrate Jimbei. People
Definitely.
say he's not as strong as Luffy as Zoro and Sanji. With the feats to back it up, that he is stronger than them.
Mm-hmm.
But Zoro has secret potential we don't know about, and Jimbei apparently doesn't.
Yeah, definitely.
Jimbei doesn't have some power up hidden, alright?
Ridiculous.
And sure, Zoro and Sanji will eventually be stronger than Jimbei, sure. And the
Alright.
serious shit, of course. Alright. From Anthony, why is Jimbei still dead? You're gonna have to cop the L.
Cop that out.
He has been saying for months that Jinbei's been dead, that Jinbei's not gonna return. Why? Cop the L. Of course Jinbei's not gonna die off screen. What are you talking about?
Is what it
What are you
is.
talking about? From Oda-san. 1. How many times stronger is Luffy than Usopp? I hate these questions.
1 million.
You can't say 1,000,000 because the numbers get out of control.
7. Come on, mathematician over here, give us the answer. Usopp to the square root of what?
We're just doing galaxy brain calculations right now.
Yeah.
Like, realistically,
It might be 10.
it might be 10 times stronger than Usopp. Because Usopp's punching power, Usopp's speed, you times that by 10, you kind of get somewhere.
Sure.
Alright?
We got a fucking paragraph coming up.
We got a lot coming up, alright? Dart has a rant for us.
Give us a rant. Is it about... What, do I know what it's
We're not
about?
done with Odin-san. Alright?
Alright.
Question 2. Shanks, why is he the God King?
That's a dumb question.
120. How strong is Shanks?
Sermons. Get it together.
120. And how do you not understand this?
You gotta get it together.
You gotta get together. Alright, we're not answering your third question because of that, alright?
Yep.
From Dart.
Is this about Law and Momonosuke?
No. This is about Boa versus Kobe.
Okay.
And it's long. Alright, it's long.
What's the gist?
I feel like we just read it.
Okay. Just read it then.
Alright. I feel like people are taking this way out of proportion. This is a situation where no one is going to have a winner. For example, for the exchange, any sort of credit, because it's either, of course, Hancock is beating Kobe, that's not good enough, or wow, she lost to Kobe, what a shit character, way to ruin her. So either way, he's saying Boa can't win out of this. Because it's either business as usual or she's shit.
Mm-hmm.
And beating Kobe doesn't prove anything.
Nice.
Kobe at the same time, I think the community has gotten into the state of mind in where if you're not commander level or above that, you're not worth the reader's time, and the same on you for those that think that. If you think that about Kobe's growth throughout the story has been very impressive,
False.
no real showcases of Kobe's strength.
Is this man trying to justify Bowler giving the drawing with Kobe?
Basically, what it boils down to is that no one can win out of this situation. Because either Kobe is weak, or he doesn't deserve this much power, or Boa is business as usual, of course Kobe's weak, or she's shit. So, that's what
Yeah.
it boils down to.
Well, if Kobe beats Bowler, that's a legitimate feat, alright? That we can actually talk about.
but it's undeserved.
It's
Whatever.
undeserved, but you know, at least something happened.
Right. So.
He's only fought inanimate objects.
Right. Last two questions. From Bardock.
Yep.
Only now I noticed that Albaf spat backwards his fable. Now I'm even more certain that it's going to have plenty of mythical One Piece lore and Usopp fables taking their place there.
Correct.
This is not new information.
Basic level stuff.
This is pretty old information.
People who don't think Albaf's going to be an arc, go read Little Garden.
Albaf has to be an arc.
Is it basically Usopp's entire character going to Albaf?
Usopp's entire character is going to Albaf, so we have to go to Albaf, alright? Alright. From the Red Robin podcast. Oda revealed the designs of the Roger Pirates in the magazine. And they look like fodder. What gives? I thought the Roger Pirates was supposed to be all supposed to be as capable as Rayleigh. Well, they may look like fodder, but when Oda has to design a lot of characters in a row, we get the Whitebeard Pirates.
Also, I feel like a little bit of sarcasm here.
Why?
Because you're saying all of them have to be Rayleigh level.
Yeah, well, there is a line where it's
you
like...
You have to balance the crews out.
But they look like fodder.
Fuck, how many times do you have to fucking say it?
They look like fodder, but are they actually fodder?
I mean, like, if you didn't know the Straw Hats and saw them in a lineup, that's a question. Zoro looks hype.
Yeah.
Sanji. I don't know. It's hard to say because you've got context for all of them, but...
But when Oda has to design a lot of characters in a row, you get things like the fucking...
Speed Jill.
And
looks
fucking...
like absolute nothing.
And the Fishman Shark guy.
Yeah.
And Izo.
Sure,
which apparently...
Important
to the lore and backstory.
That was why the rest of the Whitebeard Pirates are coming. No doubt.
There is no chance. There is zero... I'm telling you, there is 0%.
What?
0% that Izo was invented to link Odin and the Whitebeard Pirates. There's 0% chance of that ever happening in Oda's mind until we got to Wano.
A nice little coincidence.
Nice little coincidence, Oda just slips it in.
Yeah.
Alright? Great. Fucking. And that's the end of the show.
There it is. Next week, anything could really happen.
Yeah, we're kind of in that zone.
We didn't really end off on a real place to go because Jimbei just turned up.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Like the channel. Subscribe to the channel. iTunes, give us a review. SoundCloud.
Do we have any reviews on iTunes?
Not that I've seen.
We need those 5-star reviews.
Give us those 5-star reviews. I'll read them. That's about it.
That's about it.
See you next week.
Shanks is Go King.
Shanks is Go King. Good night.